Today in the Cheapo Spotlight, we're looking at a brand new soldering station, a tiny soldering station, one in the T12 series. Oh, it's so cool. And guess what? It's powered by, oh yeah, a Dewalt battery. This is gonna be fun. The big selling point to these T12 stations is the fact that they heat up so darn quickly. Oh, it is just like night and day compared to a regular soldering station. T12 is a standard for a specific type of tip. They are comparable to the HABOTEST T15s. Actually, it's the same tip, just a different number. And you can get multiple tips for this unit on Amazon, for instance, or AliExpress. Here, for instance, is a 4-pack that I grabbed off Amazon. It cost me 20 bucks Canadian. 20 bucks for 4 T12 style tips. This only ships with a razor style tip here. It's kind of a finite tip. You're not going to use it in everyday sort of soldering, at least I don't. But fear not, once again, you can get multiple tips for this unit anywhere you want. Somewhat of a bonus is I've got a included AC adapter here. I had no idea that this actually came with a power adapter. Didn't mention it in the description, but alas, this unit did. It also comes with some unleaded solder. Yeah, well, I'm not going to be using that anytime soon. And you get that one razor style tip as well as the station itself. You don't get the battery, you got to have the battery. These things go for about, I've seen them anywhere from $60 to $100. So yeah, hopefully you've got an extra Dewalt battery lying around. Something I really like about this unit is the fact that it is just so small, so ultra portable, which is great when you're taking it out on the road. And man, did they ever do a good job matching up that color of the Dewalt, doesn't it? It really looks like one component. Great, great, great match. As you can see, we have very little in terms of control options. We have up or down, plus or minus for the temperature, as well as a conversion to Celsius, Fahrenheit, Celsius. Good stuff. We're going to turn this on in just a second. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pins that it connects to. That included power supply from MELLIFF is an AC/DC adapter RDT12, AC 100 to 240 volts, 50 to 60 hertz, output 24 volts, 3 amps. I have the rechargeable 20-volt Dewalt here, and it just slips and slides onto the station. Like so. Look at that. And that is snug as a bug in a rug, man. That thing is not going anywhere. Booyah. The T12 soldering system uses integrated heating elements. Basically, they are embedded within those tips. The sensors provide an ultra-fast heat up time and start time. So these are super quick. No lagging going on. Turn it on and you're basically up to temperature in no time. And to increase that temperature, simply press on the plus sign. It goes up in 5-degree increments. So 260 degrees Celsius, and you can switch to Fahrenheit as well, 500 degrees Fahrenheit. As mentioned, we have 2 powering options, battery and the power adapter, which puts out 24 volts. Let's start things off with that 24 volt adapter. We're sitting at 240 degrees Celsius. That is 464 degrees Fahrenheit for my American friends. So 240 Celsius, we're in Celsius mode on the thermometer, and let's see how close it is to the actual temperature. 240 is what we want. And yeah, while we were over by about 20 degrees. Ooh. So 263, thereabouts, about 20 degree discrepancy. Now, of course, there is no calibration on this soldering station. No way to calibrate that temperature output whatsoever. So that's kind of a downer. But alrighty, well, let's just change something here. Let's put it up to 305 degrees. So 305 degrees Celsius. We're going to try that one more time. And here we go on the sensor. And look at that. That is a lot better. So 307 coming in. Should be at 305. So it seems that as the temperature increased, so does the accuracy. Wow, interesting. Okay, now we're going to replace that 24 volt adapter with the Dewalt battery, and I'm pretty sure most people are going to be using the battery when they're coming, when they're actually using this soldering station. It's all about portability. And by the way, okay, so the battery is plugged in and it is going up to that 305 degrees Celsius, 365 degrees Celsius rather. All right, sitting at 18.8 volts. It's telling us the status of the battery itself. There we go. Okay, let's turn on the thermometer and let's check once again for temperature accuracy, this time with the DeWalt battery. Here we go. .365 is what we want. Taking a little while to get there, but not too shabby. And we're just shy now of 360 degrees Celsius. And there we go. So not quite 365, 5-degree discrepancy, give or take, but all things considered, not bad at all. Okay, let's see if we can replicate that error we had before, where in the lower range, it just wasn't quite as accurate. So we're at 240 degrees Celsius now on the battery. Are we gonna have that same problem? And yeah, so funny enough, you know, once again, in the lower temperature range, I just not seem to be nearly as accurate. Wow, that is bizarre. One thing I'm really not crazy about is that tiny little soldering iron holder. It's just wonky, wanky, winky, dinky. What am I trying to say? I don't like it. If you can, pick up a tiny or small standalone, you know, if you're going to be using this a lot, this is an investment and it's probably worth it. But yeah, I don't like this. I don't like it. All right, let's take a quick soldering excursion here. I've just got a little capacitor and I'm going to, ceramic capacitor, going to just see how well that flows. I don't foresee any problem. That's awfully high. Have it set to 370 degrees. And there we go. I'm using unleaded solder. Got some old complaints, made quick work of that, didn't it? Okay, taking a sneak peek now. This was held together by 4 of those bolt type screws. Came off eventually. And one thing I gotta mention is if you're soldering, be really careful because this little solder tip holder gets super hot. So yeah, just be warned. All plastic assembly here, no metal to speak of whatsoever. So in terms of thermal dissipation, what have you, you know, it's not gonna get that hot really, but if it did, that heat's not going anywhere. Yeah, it's all plastic. Here's the rocker style switch right here. You have 2 different on positions. One is for when it's connected via battery, the other is when it's connected via that DC 24 volt adapter. And I feel like closely enough, they've kind of created loops on here, you know, a little bit of airflow, but it's more, you know, cosmetic, aesthetic, as opposed to practical, because they really don't have much space to go. But there is, I guess, a little bit of thermal dissipation with those openings. Here's the connectors for the battery. So when it slides on, they just make contact like that. So embedded into the battery. That 24 volt power adapter input over here. We have our positive, negative. We have a grounding pin, but it is not grounded. Yeah, it's coming in for that 24 volt adapter. You know what? Grounding still would have been nice to see. So, yeah. Here's the main PCB, and it is super tiny. I'm telling you, it is like literally, oh my gosh, a third the size of that battery. So tiny, tiny little PCB here powering this soldering station. A couple of through-hole capacitors here, and man, are they ever glued into that board. Wow. Not much else going on. Here's our speaker. And the main IC, the brains of the unit, is that tiny little microprocessor in there. That is the MM32. It's a 32-bit microcontroller with an ARM Cortex. Highest operating frequency is 72 megahertz. So not too shabby for a tiny soldering station. If we move that display around, you can see we have our little push buttons over here as well. And there is that display. So, yeah, really basic. Now, this shipped with that adapter for under 50 bucks Canadian, about 40 or so US dollars. So, all things considered, not that bad. Closing thoughts on the MELLIFF RD-T12 soldering station. I'm on the fence on this one. Still bothers me that that high temperature solved the low temperature soldering issues. Why can't it maintain a good low temperature the same as a high temperature? I don't know. Maybe it's a one-off and I'm the only one having this issue, but it happened multiple times again during testing. It's got a good solid plastic rigid housing, and because it's plastic, you don't have to worry about acting as a conductor if something hits the fan. That is a good thing. Another bonus is the fact that it has those T12 style cartridges, which are abundant. You can get them anywhere, and you can have a full-fledged collection of soldering tips in no time. If you want to get the version that has the power adapter, for whatever reason, I see that being sold separately for an additional 50 bucks, which is just insane. No, you don't need the power adapter. The battery, the cordless version, is the only way to go. The MELLIFF RD-T12 cordless soldering station for Dewalt batteries gets a solid 3.5 out of 5 stars. Yeah, if you're a tradesman and you're a Dewalt fan, hey, you're probably going to want to have this one in your toolbox. Thanks for watching this review, everybody. Till the next one, keep on testing. Today we're looking at a brand new soldering station, the MELLIFF. Today we're looking at a brand new soldering station, the MELLIFF TD. You are evil little soldering gun holder. Ugh.